Well, I guess the writers hadn't decided when they started if it was going to be Earth or not, and so they gave the planet 2 moons, and they were like, if we decide that this planet is going to be Earth, then we're going to destroy one of the moons.
The initial toys didn't even decide what the setting of Beast Wars was, because it was originally set on... If you look at the original toys, like the first wave, it was on Earth, and it implied Optimus Primal and Megatron were the same from G1.
Yeah, the cartoon really took a different route, and I think a better route. So if you look at the mini-map on the lower right, that the green area shows you where you've been, and the white area is where you haven't been. So clearly we have to follow up on this mission now that we've destroyed the first station.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out, like, because there's not really a good point me in the right direction here.
Oh no, that's one of the numerous problems with this game, is there's no sense of direction.
Freaking okay, I'm just gonna have to go up here. Die, snakes, die. You don't belong in this world.
I mean, they belong slightly more than you do, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, this is...
Assuming that they're snakes and not weird alien worms. There's weird alien monsters in this game, if I remember right. Okay, don't try it.
I'm not.
I mean,
God, okay, give me a sec here.
I've tried this game and I've gotten like a little farther than the first couple levels, but it doesn't get better. That is for sure. In fact, it definitely gets worse because the levels are only meant to get harder.
God damn it! This is just like so. Okay.
So you know, I seem to remember this game getting like 5 out of 10 from like websites somewhere.
I would have given this a 4 out of 10.
You know, they're like, this is not good.
It's just based on my first level. I don't know, like, what the hell you're supposed to do.
Well, Optimus Primal died in the city somewhere, and then Rhinox died out here by suiciding onto Energon.
Am I supposed to, like, jump?
Wasn't there a path off to the right? I don't think you need to jump out there. That's... Okay, I know what that power-up is out there. So there's a winged power-up out there, and that power-up lets you do a bonus level where you play as Air Razor.
Oh.
And during that level, you fight a Predacon warship in the air, and if you defeat it, you can rescue a fallen comrade.
Oh, so it's like a bonus stage where
it's a bonus stage. So don't bother trying to get that right now unless you really want Optimus back. But
Optimus
I don't think we're that desperate.
Optimus can't even fly in this game.
You can choose Optimus for one of the flying levels instead of Air Razor if you have him on your team.
Okay.
So, yes, he can fly, but is it good? No. It's too bad. I've always found it to be too bad, where you get these cool things like, you know, Transformers or comic book characters, you know, X-Men, Avengers, Superman, Batman, Justice League, whatever. Like, any of those, it feels like they should be ripe for video game adaptation. But the only one who ever gets a good video game adaptation is Batman.
Actually, Spider-Man has a good series of video games, in my opinion.
Okay. I have heard good things about some of the Spider-Man games. But, like, I remember the day when I read, I think it was a Game Informer article review, where they gave Batman Arkham City a 10 out of 10. And I'm like, they can't be serious. Then I played the game. And I realized they were serious, and I agreed with them.
If we want to play a shitty Batman game, we could always do Dark Tomorrow, which is a game that's kind of lost to time because it's what I like to call a beta version of the Arkham games, where it has a lot of the same ideas, but executed so badly that it's just an awful game.
Well, when I play Batman, when I play the Arkham games, I see a combination of elements, and I think it's to Batman's benefit that he doesn't have proper superpowers, because I see a combination of things. I see Metroid Prime, I see Metal Gear Solid, I see all those things in there because they got stealth elements from Metal Gear. They've got this kind of Metroidvania thing going on where Batman gets like a new ability, like, I don't know, freeze grenades, and that lets you open up new rooms, new areas. And this is good, you know. It's harder to do with a character that's more overpowered.
I used to troll my friend who was a huge fan of Deus Ex by calling it the best Deus Ex game that was coming out on console. Again, debatable, I understand, but that was one of those things of just like, I want to just troll my friend about it.
Always a good time.
Oh yeah, fun times.
Okay, so this is clearly...
Alright, rocks.
Yeah, okay, see, I was hoping you'd take a look at the mini-map and figure this out, because I sure was not gonna...
Dude, I'm doing my best here. This game is confusing.
No, this is very confusing. No,
But-
I mean, I've seen students at my college do better games than this.
I played your demo, and it was a better game than this.
Why, thank you, Dave.
Yes.
Yes, I went to school for a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Computer Game Design.
Finally, Jesus.
Okay, yeah, we figured this out.
Hold it.
I've been playing. I would joke that I came out of the womb playing video games. That the doctor wanted to cut the second umbilical cord, but then he realized it was an NES controller.
I came out, admittedly.
Ooh, hover tanks.
Hover.
Piloted by Megatron. Ooh,
They
but
just-
you destroyed them, but they destroyed you.
It was a suicide. I
Dinobot is dead.
I
But what else
almost
is new?
completed that damn thing.
You almost did.
Should I feel proud?
I think we're just doing a one-off episode on this one. So
I don't want to play this again. This is awful.
we have one more character, don't we?
Yeah, we have Cheetor.
We have Cheetor. Are we gonna do this?
Let's see what we can do. I'll do Cheetor, and if he dies, well, he dies.
Let's face it, Space Cadets. You're not here for the Sterling Beast Wars gameplay, right?
Hopefully not.
You're here because you have a fascination with our complex commentary.
God dang it, this was before the analog stick was a thing.
Oh, I know. The original Metal Gear Solid is on the cusp of that, so it focuses on analog controls. Or not, it focuses on digital controls, but does give the option for analog. I remember the original Mega Man Legends does not have any analog controls at all.
No, it does not. I remember...
Which in some ways makes the N64 version slightly better just because you can use the analog stick. Oh, you got a beast mode.
Oh, frack, you're right.
Yeah, you got a beast mode.
I don't have
Okay, so
Cheetor
you are
moves
the
quickly.
fastest character. You are a cheetah.
Oh, dang it.
A cheetah who cannot use his claws or fangs for anything.
That's like the only thing that would make Cheetor cool. Actually, I should speak about this. So the Masterpiece Cheetor is scary. Because it is... you know how... So there are... In Transformers, there's this line of toys called Masterpieces. They're basically the best versions of those characters you could own.
This skeleton will not protect you.
It won't. So Masterpiece Cheetor is so on model. Its spots are actually like molded to. Its spots are painted to look like a CG model. So, and like a bad CG model.
So they were trying to be really overly authentic to the show.
To a huge extent. So
That's
like,
scary.
like, dude, you could see like the spots on the thing.
Pew, pew, pew. Fire my lasers.
I could do this before. Why can't... Is Cheetor just weak and pathetic? Is Cheetor a weak girly man? Oh, okay, he kind of...
You know what? Okay, so we don't have Rat Trap on our team.
Yeah, no, that ticks me off. I noticed that.
And Rat Trap was one of my favorite characters for some reason. Mostly like the season 2 or 3 design where he was a Transmetal. I just thought it was a really fun design. And the way he was like a rat on wheels.
Oh, dude, Rat Trap had the best CG model in that entire show in Transmetal form.
Yeah, and he was red.
It's red. Like, genuinely my favorite... Like, here's the thing.
Unless you got the Walmart Rat Trap.
All right.
And it was blue.
Oh, God. Actually, the fun part about this, I'm just now going to go beast mode.
Yeah, that Energon is destroying you.
Yeah, no. Cheetor is just pathetic in this game.
So when we get the chance, we are totally gonna show off the Transformers Fall of Cybertron, which is probably the best Transformers game.
Yeah. Well,
We'll show a
Armada...
much better game.
Frick. Armada's actually good for a couple of reasons.
Oh yeah, the one that they just called Transformers.
Yeah. That one actually has a really cool level where it's Tidal Wave, who's a battleship, is the entire level.
I've heard of this. That sounds awesome.
Yes, it's really cool.
I hear Tidal Wave was supposed to be in the live-action movies, but he never made it.
That would actually be cool just to see the scale of Michael Bay.
Damn it, Michael Bay.
Like, he never got to Unicron either, which...
man.
He never got to Unicron.
Yeah, because they got canceled.
Oh, yeah. Heck, even in the toy line, they were hinting they were going to do Unicron because they re-released the Primus figure in the Last Night toy line again.
Was that like a Toys R Us exclusive?
Yes, it was a Toys R Us exclusive.
Fucking Toys R Us exclusive. Bye, Toys R Us. Rest in peace. You never had the toys I was looking for.
They did sometimes, but then again, I'm a fan of Marvel Legends and Transformers, so it helped.
Yeah, that's true. So Dave, what would you say your favorite Transformers live-action movie was?
If I'm gonna be honest, it was Age of Extinction. I know some people really don't like that, but I liked it.
Oh, no, that's my favorite too, because that's the one where they went back and actually had a lot of Transformers characters on
I could
screen.
tell. Look, say what you will about the first one. The first one is as bad as the other ones, I find. But
yeah,
Age of
people like it better because it's the first one, but oh man. I wasn't happy with a lot of the lowbrow humor in those films.
Let me put it this way. The reason I like Age of Extinction a lot better, and again, there's always something wrong in those movies. I'm not saying it's the best. They're good. Age of Extinction is just the best one because I can actually tell the Autobots as characters apart.
I thought the new team of Autobots had a lot more personality than the old team.
Drift, even with his stereotypical accent, was funny. Like, in general, like, he had a great moment in Age of Extinction where...
It's voiced by Bender.
Well,
no, not Drift. Crosshair. I was for some reason I always mixed those two up. Okay, Drift.
Drift was voiced by Shinichiro Watanabe, I want to say.
Ken Watanabe.
Ken Watanabe, sorry. I don't know what...
No, for some reason I flipped like Drift and Crosshair. Crosshair was Bender, John DiMaggio.
No, I know Drift because I was exposed to his G1 counterpart where he was... Sorry, I just was waiting for... I always think of his G1 counterpart where he's basically a weeaboo.
Well, see, here's what's cool, is each character in that movie was based on a different warrior archetype.
Yeah.
So Optimus Prime is a knight, Bumblebee is a ninja, Drift is a samurai, Hound is a classical soldier, and Crosshair is like a gunslinger paratrooper.
That makes sense.
And I thought that was really cool. And Bumblebee lost his ninja thing by the next movie, but everyone else got to stay.
Well, my problem with like the movies in general is the fact that like a lot of character development and revelations don't last beyond one movie. Like they'll bring up weird.
God, it does not.
Like that's a problem
because they had Galvatron in the Age of Extinction, and then all of a sudden he's just Megatron again. Granted, he's like the best Megatron they've ever had, but no explanation as to how he got there.
Well, let's not like crosshairs too much. Okay, look. Like, the reason I like Age of Extinction is that you can actually tell the Autobots apart. They have personalities. Look, they're one-note personalities, but I can tell
John Goodman.
Yeah, it's John Goodman.
An Autobot based on John Goodman.
Look, John Goodman bot is still more personality than Jazz got. He was just the black bot.
I mean, they may call him Hound, but I always knew him to be a movie version of Bulkhead.
I kind of think of him as either a movie version of Bulkhead or there's another dude I was thinking of when
I swear by Transformers Prime, and I've gotten into some legitimate arguments with friends over this, but I think that Transformers Prime had the best character development and storytelling and world development.
I still think Beast Wars is overall my personal favorite, and I think it's the best one. But
Beast Wars was my favorite up until that point. So as a child, Beast Wars is my favorite. As an adult, Transformers Prime is my favorite.
That's fair. I'm not saying that either. Look, I'm okay with whatever Transformers. Look, you can like Transformers Victory for all I care. And Victory's actually one of the better Japanese ones, so overall. But let me put it this way. I liked Age of Extinction because I could actually tell the Autobots apart, and that matters to me because, look, I'm not here for Transformers to save Earth or the human race. I like the robots. The robots are what matter to me and what, like, have the emotional resonance for me. Because guess what? Actors are just going to appear in another film, and while I can't like their characters, it's like, robots are iconic to me, and they're big, they look cool. I get, like, a little bit, like, to me, it's always been like, yeah, the robots, I prefer to watch them over the humans in Transformers films. That's always been the case with me.
I mean, what bothers me most about the Transformers fandom is the people who are just like, G1 is the best there will ever be. And it's like, if you go back and watch it, there's a lot of animation errors, there's a lot of issues with that series. I give it a lot of credit. It created the series, but there's definitely improvements that have been made later. I mean, if you love it and you want to enjoy it, by all means, please enjoy it. But don't talk shit to other people because they like something else.
Dude, I always like... Look, I like G1. I think G1 has its place.
Can you get that?
I don't.
Do you have to be a cheetah to jump up? Oh, you got it. Good job.
Yeah, it was slowly descending.
This is just the background for our Transformers podcast, pretty much, because this game is going nowhere.
Cheater can't shoot through stuff, so I don't know. And plus,
I'm trying to figure this out myself. My little game design mentality is trying to figure out, like, is Cheetor, like, supposed to be a weaker character? Because there's no indication in his shots. So if I was designing this game and I was going to be like, okay, Optimus and Rhinox are power characters, they can blow through debris, and Cheetor and Dinobot cannot, then the shots would have totally different designs. Like, Optimus would have, like, a missile launcher or something, like he did in his toy in the show, and it would be a big, huge blast, and you'd know, okay, this destroys debris. And then Cheetor or Dinobot would have much smaller laser beams and be like, okay, lasers don't destroy obstacles, missiles do. And it'd be like some Metroid thing. But no, this game has not given us any indication of what we're supposed to be doing or what's going on. Oh, hey, it's that thing again.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm just going to destroy it as best I can.
So, this game hasn't told us anything, and hey, it's a game over.
Yep, I'm dead.
We are dead. Well, Dave, I think we learned something from this.
Transformers is great. This game is shit.
Definitely. So we hope you had a little fun with our. Oh, is this a game over screen?
That is kind of deep.
Oh no! The Maxwell's getting blown away.
You know what? This is actually kind of great.
Dinobot on a stretcher.
But okay, let me put it this way: Transformers has a lot of great bits of it, and if you want my opinion, Beast Wars is really what Transformers continuity is actually hinged on more than G1, at least story-wise. It introduced the Sparks, it introduced the history, it also introduced a lot of elements that would continue onward. A lot of people, when they want G1 in a specific way, are often referring more to Beast Wars than they are G1. Like, when they talk about, like, Sparks and all the mythology to it, or possibly the comics.
Let's look at all the demo levels that we did not see. Black Arachne is in this game.
Man, I should have done Decepticon.
Inferno. Predacons, not Decepticons.
Sorry, Predacons.
I think you probably have to unlock Black Arachne.
My thing, Predacons are also confusing because there was a team of that in G1 who were called the Predacons.
Yeah, I had no memory. Wait, did Cheetor just do a dodge roll? Can you dodge roll in this game?
I don't know. Look, there's no,
We saw better gameplay in the demo than we have ever seen.
Okay, do you want to know why I know this game exists?
Because I saw it on the shelves of it wasn't a Toys R Us, but it was really similar. It was like Toy Warehouse or something.
Animorphs. The live-action Animorphs TV show. Anytime they
played this game.
Yes. If you watch that show, anytime they played a video game, it would be this.
Man, so you can tell that this is like compressed FMV footage for the PS1 game. There's Megatron, big purple dinosaur.
Oh, my favorite big purple dinosaur. Who's also getting a masterpiece that's probably going to be like $280 or $250.
I'm sure someone somewhere has gotten David Kaye to sing "I love you, you love me."
No, they don't.
We're a happy Predacon family.
They actually don't do that, believe it or not. The tradition is get him to sing the Rubber Ducky song.
Oh, right. Ducky, that's like an in-joke, isn't that?
Actually, if you want to look up a great time, if you're a Transformers fan and you don't know about this, look up the Bee in the City cast reading. It has David Kaye.
Oh, I have. That's great.
It has David Kaye and a bunch of other actors from various Transformer series in this.
It's like a crossover of Transformers characters, and I think doesn't it cross over Transformers Animated and Beast Wars and a few others?
And
and Beast Wars Megatron keeps getting animated Bumblebee confused for Cheetor.
No, every time, like, the running joke is that every time somebody tries to call Bumblebee, they rename him another Kid Appeal character. So it's like Sideburn,
Hotshot.
Actually, the funny joke in that one, if you know this one, I'm kind of spoiling it a little bit, but here's what happens. It's the only time Beast Wars Megatron ever says Cheetor's name.
Is that true?
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
the only time he actually says...
Who else's name would he not even say, though? Like, because he definitely says Optimus and Dinobot's names.
Yeah, no, Cheetor's the only one.
Would he have talked to Rhinox? Would he be like, Rhinox?
Yeah, because remember that entire episode where he turned him evil?
True. Oh, man.
Yeah, no,
That's interesting.
Yeah, like, every time he gave him a nickname...
This is just a full-on podcast, Space Cadets.
Look, we love Transformers!
Oh, man. That's interesting. That's trivia right there.
Yeah, that's really... No, it's like the only time...
Okay, what about Beast Machines? He must have said Cheetor's name by then.
No.
Too much
Really?
energy.
Yeah, it's always Cat or he mocks him.
Oh, yeah, he's got no respect for him.
Yeah, because he's not Optimus.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's just, what was his name?
Ian Corbett?
Ian Corlett.
Corlett.
Yeah, the guy who played Mega Man in the Mega Man cartoons.
Yeah, no, he was also Bob in Reboot for a couple seasons, I believe.
Nice.
So, let me look that up. I kinda gotta make sure of that one.
Definitely fact check that one. I know he was Mega Man in the Mega Man cartoon. And Scott McNeil played a bunch of characters in both Beast Wars and Mega Man, because Scott McNeil was like half the cast of Beast Wars, because he was Dinobot, Rat Trap, Waspinator, Silverbolt, Quick Strike. Was he Depth Charge? I don't think he was Depth
I
Charge.
don't think he is. I'm trying to remember. I'm looking this up. This is... Yeah, he was. Ian Corlett was voiced Bob in season 3 for Reboot.
Oh, but not the first two? I would have thought the other way, like they would have gotten an edgier voice for Bob later on.
No, Michael Benyar was the original voice of Bob in season 1 and 2.
Okay.
And when they probably could. Season 3 was initially intended to be the last one, and it ends on like a pretty happy note.
Yeah.
But it got renewed for season 4 to get the loose end of that whole virus arc. And then they didn't resolve the loose end, and it was never brought back again.
Oh, so it just ended there.
Yeah, they just ended there. There was an intent at a Netflix show.
Yeah. Yeah, now there's a Netflix show. If you care about us at all, Space Cadets, you're gonna go to Netflix right now and you're gonna downvote that Netflix show, the reboot the Guardian Code. It is an abomination.
We tried to get
It is
through it.
a sin against God.
I tried to get through it. It's impossible. It's so cliche. It's so awful. It's everything. But let's talk about other mainframe shows that you could also check out that might be better.
We're still going. We're at 42 minutes.
Fuck.